It is Confession Thursday. My name is Telemo and this is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is a segment of the show where you get to confess anything you've done wrong and is bothering your mind. I get to listen to you, and any other person who has 2 cents to give to you would call in to give your 2 cents. 0913-600-0410. That is the number to call, to text, or send your WhatsApp message to. And remember that if you are giving your 2 cents, this is a no judgment zone. And if you have any confession, you can choose to remain anonymous. I mean, it's your right. It's your right, okay? Call me up, let me know what it is you have to confess. By the way, I have a therapist in the studio with me. His name is Shigon. So Shigon is here, and he would also help out in proffering solution to you, more like give you a seed to water, not outrightly telling you what to do, but he would help out in letting you know, okay, what he thinks you should do that would help. And then if you're also listening and you want to also add to whatever it is he would be advising, I mean, you're free. They say no man is an island of knowledge, right? So the floor is very much open. 0913-600-0410. We have a story here already. Hi, Golden Voice. I'm 31 years old and I am dating a 27-year-old guy, and I look younger than my age, so he thinks he's older. He proposed marriage and I said yes. Problem is, I overheard him talking to a friend of his, asking him not to date an older lady, that she would control him. I didn't think he was that backward in his mindset. Like, I haven't been controlling him. Should I tell him my age, or should I keep the ring and my secret? We have been dating for about 2 years.
Okay, so the question is, what does she want to know right now? I mean, what does she want to know? She wants to know if she should keep the age a secret,
or she should tell him. So if she keeps the age a secret, then that means she also has the ring.
Yeah.
If she tells her age,
yeah,
with the kind of mindset he has,
yeah,
then there are possibilities that the relationship might be over.
Okay, so in most cases, the first thing you want to think about is, for how long really can you keep such an information? For how long? Because I think that one of the problems that people, or one of the mistakes that people make, is that they do not realize that the life they have currently lived. So she's 31, for example, and the guy is 27.
Yes.
The life they've currently lived, the life they're going to live in marriage will be maybe times 2 or times 3 more than the life that they have currently lived.
Life or lie? Life.
The life.
Okay.
So the number of years they have currently lived. Do you understand? So if the marriage is a long time. Marriage is a long time. So for how long do you really want to keep such an information? And we always say something in psychology, that the way you do one thing is the way you do every other thing. So for example, if the guy has that kind of mindset already about age and stuff, majorly age, trust me, he doesn't stop there. He probably has the same kind of mindset as regards many other things. And remember that you're going to be having children, so he's going to translate the same kind of mindset in judging other matters. So even if you hide this one now, it will pop up in other things throughout the course of your marriage. So the question now would be, are you willing to live with the consequences of his current mindset? Because you think that it's just going to be, about the age, but no, it's going to reflect in other things. A lot of couples do not have issues until they begin to have children. And one of the reasons that happens is that when they start to have children, each one of them would want to, somehow put in their own values into the child.
You to hold your thoughts there. 0913-600-0410. What is your advice on this particular situation? A 31-year-old who is going to marry a 27-year-old young man, and he has a mindset of, do not be with an older lady. He is telling that to his friend. All right, let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
So what I'm saying is that we don't know what warranted the fiancé telling his friend that he shouldn't date an older guy or get married to an older guy, that the lady is going to be controlling her. What I feel is that something was that pushed him to say that, or maybe the friend was lamenting about the situation going on. I feel it's better if she just opens up and tells him, okay, you said something like this, I heard you, but I overheard you saying something like this. What is the situation, or what do you think about the such situation, just to get his idea.
Okay,
that's what I want to say.
You're saying that she shouldn't come out straight yet? She should go through the corners first.
Yeah, because you never can tell.
Time check in the studio is 10:38 p.m. and it is Confession Thursday on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Telemo, the Golden Voice. I'm going to ask you this question, Shigon. Something here, one particular line here says, I didn't think he was that backward in his mindset. So if a guy says, I can't be with a woman who is older, is that a function of him being backward, or is just something he just can't deal with?
I mean, absolutely not. So that's why we must get to the point where we try to understand where the lady is coming from, plus where the guy is coming from. Both of them need to get to the point. Like I always say, Telemo, two people don't fight. So people who have looked at each other and have said, I love you to each other, and then all of a sudden one day you realize that they are saying, I hate you. They begin to beat each other and stuff. It's not because they hate each other. Two people do not fight. You know what happens? Beliefs and values clash. So she has the belief that anybody who thinks that way is backward. I know a lot of guys who believe they are who have the African mindset and believe that the husband must be older than the wife. Does it make them right? Maybe not. Does it make them wrong? Maybe not, because in life, in most cases, there are no right or wrong. There are just things that people believe and people do not believe. Sometimes we say there are functional things and dysfunctional things. So for the lady to have said that, it means she's coming from somewhere, and she believes that anybody who thinks that way is backward. But is she right? Maybe not. Is she wrong? Maybe not. In her own way, because a lot of people would also believe whatever she has said. But generally speaking, the fact that somebody has said that they can't be with somebody who is older than they are, a guy can be with a lady who is older than he is, doesn't make him backward. It's just what he believes.
Because I'll give an example. So when I was younger, I would never ever for any reason be with a younger guy.
I mean, so the question will now be, what was your reason at the point?
So then I knew I had some personal issues I had to deal with then, and one of which was the fact that by nature I could be very domineering. Very, very. And I used to, would I say I used to be very opinionated? I don't know. But then I was way younger, so I didn't know how to manage these things. So I just knew somehow that, man, with this kind of attitude, I can't deal with someone who is younger. And I used to have zero tolerance for a younger person disrespecting me.
Wow.
I used to have. Now, it's not like I have 100% tolerance for a younger person disrespecting me, but I have grown more. And I think my tolerance level grew as I grew older.
Yeah.
So there are certain things I would never tolerate years back that I find myself tolerating now. The whole maturity thing and everything. And I always say something, age will teach you a lesson at some point in life. So then, I think the major factor, the domineering thing wasn't even the major factor now. The major factor for me then was the fact that I couldn't stand a younger person disrespecting me. So I would never have.
I get it.
And there were like, I think 1 or 2 persons then that I really liked. But it was just the age. It was just the age. I just couldn't come around it.
So it was just the number, right? Because if at that time, for example, the person that you were liking had told you that they were older than you would not have a problem with them.
Yeah.
So it was nothing. It had nothing to do with their attitude or their character because they were younger. No, it had everything to do with the number and how it was making you feel. Again, I say that if the person had lied, so for example, this lady we're considering her story, if she decides to lie about her age, the guy would never have a problem
with it.
With it. But unfortunately, she would probably have a problem because she already feels that he has a mindset that she does not agree with. Do you understand? So in your own situation, for example, if you were only considering the age, you knew the number. If you did not know the number, you would have no issues with
and there is no way I would have even had anything to do with you if I didn't know your age.
So it means that there was something about you and wanting, a level of respect growing up, and wanting a level of respect growing up. And if we had to, chunk down, we would find out in therapy. We would find out what the exact thing was, and that's when you now
maybe because I'm the eldest.
So a lot of responsibility on you, and it felt like you have to take charge of your younger siblings. It is your duty to take charge. So you will now find somebody who is young. So every time you see somebody who is young, in your head it feels like this person is my sibling, it's my younger.
So why would my younger one talk to me
anyhow? Right.
And as a result of that, okay, before I go on, I think we can take 1 or 2 more calls. 0913 600 0410. So that also translated into how I used to relate to my younger ones. Let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
Relationship with a girl younger than me with 12 years. For 3 years now.
Hold on. She's 12 years older.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind telling us your age? Do you mind?
32.
Okay. All right. And you've been with her for how many years?
4 years now.
So, what's the problem actually? Is that a problem?
What is it?
Is that a problem? Do you have a problem with that?
No. I just want to know if there is anything wrong in it.
Oh, you want to know if there's anything wrong in it?
Yes.
Okay, over to you, Shigon.
So there's absolutely nothing wrong with anything on the surface of the earth. I like to say it that way. That's why I said that as long as 2 people come together and they agree, and both of them say that no, there's nothing wrong with it, as long as they agree, and then each person respects the other person, one person respects the other person, then there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I know of a lot of couples who are who fall into this category, where the wife is a lot older than the husband, and you would never know. You would never know. Why? Because there is mutual respect, the same respect you should have for a fellow human being. I have a daughter who is 5 years old, for example. In most cases, I do not see her as a 5-year-old girl. I see her as a human. You want to say something?
Okay, can I before you go on, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
both of you, is she aware she's 12 years older?
You said what?
Is she aware that she's older than you are?
She knows.
Okay, so do you both have any issue with it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, so there's no issue. As long as you both do not have any issues with it, then there's no issue. So even if the society is telling you that it does not make sense, the question is to both of you, does it make sense? If it makes sense to both of you, then that settles it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for calling. In the end, oh, good to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So in the end, really, it's your personal decision.
Absolutely.
So I was saying something then. I said I also used to. It affected my relationship with my younger ones. Then I would always stay apart because I mean I felt like okay. My immediate younger sister, I'm 4 years older. So not to talk of the third one and the fourth one.
Right.
In fact, the fourth one, she calls me her second mommy. So the gap is much. So I would always stay on my own. Though naturally, growing up, I used to be this very quiet, wanting my own space kind of person.
Yeah.
How I grew to be this person, I don't know.
You don't know, right?
I don't know. So I used to be very much of an introvert. So that coupled with the fact that I was always wanting my respect and all of that, I'm just on my own. I couldn't remember playing with my younger ones while we were growing up.
Right.
No. It was when we were adults. That's when I started playing with them gradually.
Yeah.
So all of those things, I don't know. I don't know if there was anything that caused that.
We are African. There is something we call culture. In the Western world, you want to query everything, take place for that, query everything. So now you say somebody is, you say the guy is, or the guy has to be older than the lady. There are reasons for that. I'm not saying it has to be like that, because at my age, I can tell you I would date a 60-year-old with command, with everything, without disrespecting the lady. That is what maturity helps you to do.
True.
All right. So in the meantime, all of those things of okay, age is here, the guy is a bit older, and all of those things are inbuilt in our culture and should guide you into maturity. So the place of the guy being older or the lady being older should count until you're old enough to handle the issues that handle you.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'll see you again on Monday. Until then, follow us across all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Telemo, the Golden Voice. I'm signing out.